I always felt like everybody had something out for me or that everybody was against me.
The best way to describe Chris Colbert: unbeaten, brash, flashy, whose swag is on 100.
I knew I was that guy from the beginning. You got to be born that guy. I was born that guy.
Prime time on Showtime.
I'm styling and profiling. I'm the most flashiest guy in the world.
If you catch me with one good, you lucky.
They call me the drunken monkey. I fight lefty, righty, hands down, hands up, hands behind my back. Whatever you want, I could do it. There's no training for me. You're going to train one way, then you're going to come in and get something else, so you're going to be surprised.
Primetime Chicken McTrack, go check it out.
I put in the time, I put in everything to get to where I am. It's prime time on Showtime.
I'm going to beat him and wear him down, and that's all she does.
Well, welcome to the fight capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. We're Showtime back, and we're bringing you a triple header of fights, and it all goes down here from the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas, Saturday, February 26th, and it's all brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions. I'm Brian Custer, the host of Showtime Championship Boxing, and on Saturday, February 26th, our broadcast is going to begin at 7 o'clock Pacific time here in Las Vegas. That is 10 o'clock Eastern. And it features a battle of two unbeatens in the main event. You've got Hector Garcia taking on Chris Colbert. And that means it's prime time back on Showtime. The co-main, it features a former world champion, Victor Postol, taking on the unbeaten Gary Antoine Russell. And then we'll begin the night with one of the longest reigning champions in the sport of boxing, Pretty Boy, Jerwin Ancajas, taking on the unbeaten Fernando Martinez. It will be an electric night of boxing here in the fight capital. Now, I know what you're wondering. What about tickets? Tickets are on sale. They can be purchased through Ticketmaster.com. Again, Ticketmaster.com. And, of course, this event is being promoted by one of the best, TGB Promotions. All of this, of course, the brainchild of Steven Espinoza, of course, Showtime Sports, our president, general manager, who continues to bring forth the best fights and the best fighting the best. We're going to get into these fights, hear from the fighters, and of course we'll face off at the end, guys, but let's start with the first fight of the night. Man, you got the champion, Jerwin Ancajas, Fernando Martinez. And Fernando, let's start with you. Unbeaten, 13-0. He's got 8 knockouts. This is your first world title fight. Tell us and tell the people who are watching why you're the man that's going to finally dethrone the champion who hasn't lost in nearly a decade.
Bueno, Fernando, contanos por qué crees que vos vas a ser el que va a destronar al campeón que lleva vigente casi una década en su trono en lo que va a ser tu primera pelea en Las Vegas.
Bueno, muy buenas tardes. Quiero agradecer a toda la gente de Las Vegas por darme esta oportunidad. Y la verdad que yo vengo trabajando desde muy chico y tengo bastante experiencia. Estuve participando en la World Series, APB, Olimpiada. Así que gané hace poco, hace 2 años, gané la pelea en Sudáfrica con el título del mundo plata. Del consejo, así que nada, yo me tengo toda la fe y me entrené muy bien, me preparé muy bien, así que estamos para dar toda la guerra y para ganar.
Look, I have plenty of experience. I have fought in the World Series, I have fought in the Olympics, I have gone to South Africa and prevailed. This is not the first rodeo for me, and what I'm gonna do is take everything I have learned since I was little to try and become the new champion, and that's what I plan to do against Ancajas this Saturday night, where my experience is going to show that despite the fact that this is my first fight here in Vegas, my prior experiences are going to make me even better, and you guys are going to be witnesses of that.
Let's talk to the champion, the IBF super flyweight champion of the world, pretty boy Jerwin Ancajas. Listen, just like the challenger, you're fighting here in Vegas for the first time, so you got to love that. You've got 9 title defenses. You've knocked out 6 of those opponents. Will Mr. Martinez be number 7 Saturday night?
Hello. First of all, I would like to thank PBC to give me an opportunity to fight here in Las Vegas. This is my dream to fight here in Las Vegas, and I'm so happy that Martinez worked hard for this fight. But being a champion do always a good fight, and I will bring and I will show that I'm good also in the amateur days. My amateur days, he give me also a motivation that he fight in Olympic and WSB boxing. I'm so excited for this fight. I'm feeling very energetic now. Because I get this belt for Macchio Arroyo. He also Olympian, and give me motivation because when I was amateur also, I dreamed that I can fight Olympic, but I'm turned pro early, and that's why if I beat my challenger, like he fit a fight in Olympic, I'm also like I'm fighting in Olympic also.
But I think the people want to know, because you're such an exciting fighter, is your plans to knock him out on Saturday?
Yeah, if I have an opportunity to, if I had I saw him, if I say we get openings, I will do.
Love it. I love it. Fernando, let me go back to you though, because your promoter, former world champion, Marcos Maidana, who's here today. Marcos Maidana, he told the boxing media this week he's envisioned this fight. And in his vision, he sees you coming out like a bulldozer and running right over Ancajas. How do you envision this fight?
Bueno, Marcos Maidana ha dicho que él te ve saliendo con todo en esta pelea, que lo vas a abrumar, lo vas a atropellar y te lo vas a llevar por delante. Pero lo que Castro quiere saber es cómo es tu perspectiva de esta pelea, cómo ves que se va a desarrollar.
Bueno, yo lo vi en cajas y la verdad que tenemos estilos parecidos. Yo creo que ya el primer momento que toque la campana va a ser una guerra y vamos a dar mucho espectáculo, así que deseo mucha suerte, así que vamos a Argentina.
Ancajas and I have similar styles, so we're going to get to see who adjusts better once the bell rings. But in the end, what I want to do is put on a great show for the fans, try my best, and most of all, vamos Argentina.
Champ, I'll give you the last word here. If you're victorious Saturday, retain your title, what do you want next?
If I defend this title, and then the next is a unification fight with WBO Ioka in Japan. But of course, we don't surpass this my opponent this Saturday, because I know he do a lot of things in this Saturday. But I'm very excited for that, what he do in the ring.
Love it. Love it. That's the first fight of the night that comes your way on Saturday. Again, the broadcast jumps off at 10 p.m. Eastern at 7 o'clock Pacific time. Then we get to the co-main. I tell you what, this is a good one, because you've got a guy who's established, former world champion, fighting a guy who many think could be a superstar in this division. Gary Antoine Russell, unbeaten.
Yes, sir.
14-0. Here's the thing about Mr. Russell. All 14 of his opponents have been stopped. And then he's taken on the Iceman, the former world champion himself, Victor Postol, 31-3. He's also got 12 knockouts. Victor, I'll start with you. I think there are a number of people, when they've written about this fight, they keep asking, because when you step in the ring on Saturday, it'll be 18 months since the last time we've seen you fight. Longest layoff of your career. And what I read, they says, does Victor Postol still have enough in the tank to get back to the top of the mountain? What do you say to that?
У тебя перерыв 18 месяцев после последнего боя. Он спрашивает, достаточно ли у тебя топлива в баке, чтобы выйти завтра?
В первую очередь я всех приветствую. Очень рад всех вас видеть. Я горжусь тем, что я снова в Америке. Горжусь тем.
Hello everyone, it's a big pleasure to be here. I'm so glad to be back here in the United States in this show. I was waiting a lot for this fight, so I'm very hungry and I'm excited to be in the ring on Saturday.
And I'll get back to my question. If you could ask him again, how does he respond to that when people say, does he still have enough in the tank to not only win Saturday, but to get back to the top of the mountain there at 140 pounds?
Достаточно ли у тебя топлива, чтобы не просто выиграть завтра, а еще сдвинуться выше после этого, вернуться в топы?
Силы есть, желание есть. Я в боксе, я в себя верю. Народ в меня верит, поэтому я иду к этому.
Yes, I feel young, I feel power, I believe in myself, and I believe for sure I will do that.
Antoine?
Yes, sir.
What kind of statement you looking to make, especially to the 140-pound division, by winning against a former world champion like Victor Postol?
First of all, a fighter of his caliber, beating him in any form or fashion would be a statement. You know, like I said, you can't take nothing away from any of the athletes that participate in the sport. What they do is what they do alone. They take the power and strength and the encouragement from their cornermen, but the work that's getting put in is getting put in by the fighters individually, you know, wholeheartedly. He say he's driven. That's fine. I'm driven. I think a person that's determined can become dangerous. They can become ruthless. I'm one of them, you know, so I see that he's coming bringing his best. I'm coming bringing my best. The thing that I have to do is knock him out.
He has fought some of the best. I mean, Terrence Crawford, you can name them that he's been in the ring with. If you're victorious Saturday, what should they be saying about Gary Antoine Russell?
He's truly a superstar. Like I've been saying, I'm a superstar.
Victor, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you where your mind is considering everything that's going on in your home country of Ukraine with Russia mounting their attack. How do you stay focused considering everything that's going on back home?
Сейчас текущими событиями, где твой фокус и как ты остаешься сдержанным, учитывая все, что происходит?
Действительно, ситуация в Украине not good, не очень хорошая, потому что действительно началась серьезная война. Моя семья там, я очень переживаю, но на данный момент она в целости и сохранности. Я стараюсь не отвлекаться, я сделаю в субботу свою работу и как можно быстрее хочу вернуться домой, защищать свою семью и свой народ.
Yes, that's true. The situation in Ukraine escalated a lot last couple days. It's hard not to think about it, but I try focus on the fight and not follow the news. My family is there in the middle of everything, but I'm glad I have my people there and my family is safe. That's the most important.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear. That's the best news.
Definitely,
absolutely. Gary, I guess the only question I really have for you, I mean, the knockout streak is perfect. Does it continue Saturday?
That's the plan. Execution is always our goal. It's my family credo. You know, I do take my hat off to what's going on back in his country. I know he got a wife and his kids there, and that can be a lot of stress on the brain. And he got to compete against an opponent like me. It can kind of like take him away from his focusness, to be honest. I hope it transform into some type of hunger, so we can get a crowd in a world where they want to see, and that's an entertaining fight.
Fantastic. Folks, that's the co-main event that comes your way on Saturday. Man, let's get to the main event now. And this guy, I tell he exudes confidence. I guess is the best way to describe him. He smells like confidence. And he looks like confidence. And he goes by the name of Prime Time. He's unbeaten. He's 16-0. He's got 6 knockouts. But fighting another unbeaten, folks. Hector Garcia, 14-0. He's got 10 knockouts and known to have dynamite in both of his hands. Yes. Chris, let me start with you, because this was supposed to be your world title opportunity. Obviously, that went away once Gutierrez came down with COVID. Can you be honest with us? Your emotions, considering this was supposed to be what you've been training for all your life, and all of a sudden it goes away.
First off, I'd like to thank God, my team, Al Heyman, PBC, Showtime, TGB, for even just giving me this opportunity. And to be honest, I was a little disappointed, and I thought it was all bullshit because he was scared to get this ass whooping, but I had to put that aside and think to myself, like, maybe if he really do, I hope that him, his team, and whoever around him that have it recover fast and everything go as planned. And then when I beat this guy right here, I get to get him next.
Hector, you're already training, so you already were in shape. You knew you were going to be fighting anyway, so now you get this opportunity. You're taking on Chris Colbert. But you told the boxing media, quote, "I don't consider Chris Colbert particularly dangerous." Do you still stand by that?
Bueno, Héctor, te venías entrenando, estabas listo para esta pelea, pero también le dijiste a la prensa que no considerás a Colbert alguien particularmente peligroso. ¿Seguís pensando eso y por qué?
Bueno, primeramente, gracias a Dios por tenerme hoy en día aquí. Showtime, PBC, mi equipo de trabajo, por hacer un trabajo incansable, hacer los ajustes necesarios para estar listo para el 26 de este mes. Bueno, sí, como te puedo decir, no hay ningún problema, yo estoy listo, ready. Gracias a Dios tuvimos la base pronto y pudimos agarrar la condición al 100% para estar listo para el 26 de febrero.
First of all, I would like to thank God for giving me this opportunity. I would also like to thank Showtime, PBC, Al Heyman, everyone involved with this, giving me this great opportunity. I would also like to thank my team for working tirelessly into having me ready for this great fight. And as far as Custer's questions goes, I don't consider the fact that it's that dangerous because I feel ready, because I have, thanks to my team, become someone that has the foundation needed to become victorious in this fight on February 26th. And I'm going to show the fans what I'm capable of on Saturday night.
You ask him, if he say I'm not dangerous, how is he dangerous? Who have he even beat to be dangerous?
A ver,
I mean, those 10 knockouts, who he knocked out, that's supposed to be somebody to make him dangerous.
A ver, él dice que si Colbert no es peligroso, entonces, ¿qué te hace a vos peligroso? ¿A quién noqueaste? ¿Qué te hace pensar que vos sos peligroso para él?
Bueno, como lo he visto pelear, bueno, lo único que quiero decirle a él, si él tiene otro oficio que no sea boxeo, porque el sábado 26 de febrero vamos a demostrar si es boxeo o carnaval.
Look, Chris, I've seen you fight, and
I know he's seen me fight. He got 2 eyes. It's not hard to miss me with colored hair.
Keep
It
going.
ain't hard.
Keep going.
I've seen you fight, and Look, the fact is that I'm wondering whether you have a side hustle besides boxing, because I want to see on Saturday night if it's about boxing or if it's just a circus, a carnival, something.
I'm a clown. I'm gonna use him. I'm gonna juggle with him on Saturday, and I'm gonna give y'all a show.
Okay, él es,
Translate that the same way I said it too.
él es un payaso y un malabarista en el circo, y él va a hacer malabares con vos dentro del ring el sábado de la noche.
Perfecto. Perfect. By the way, Chris, that was a great follow-up. But don't take my job. You see what I'm saying? I don't get in the ring. I don't be throwing no punches. Let me do my thing. But that was a good follow-up question. I like that one. I'm going to write that one. Use that one there. By the way...
Problema.
By the way, Prime Time, you said, when I win get a win over Gutierrez and win the world title, I'm going to show everyone I'm that guy at 130 pounds.
Yes,
so what does a win over Hector Garcia show?
I mean, to be honest, first I want to thank him even for taking this fight. Like, because without him, I would not be fighting. So I appreciate you for taking the fight. And to be honest, it's just a step in my way. He's just in my way, and I got to get over this. In life, God put obstacles in front of you that you're going to have to overcome, and this is just one of them. But after I beat him, I definitely want to get that world title and test myself against the best.
Hector, I love that you also said, quote, my power is the biggest weapon in this fight because I can hurt you with anything I throw. Tell us why you believe your power will be the difference in this fight.
Bueno, a Castro le encanta el hecho de que vos hayas dicho de que tu poder es tu mayor arma, es tu arma principal y que lo puedes lastimar a Colbert de cualquier manera posible. Ahora, la pregunta es, ¿por qué crees que tu poder, que tu fuerza va a ser la clave para ganar este sábado por la noche?
Bueno, sí, porque confío en mi puño.
Bottom line, I believe in my fists.
En mi capacidad boxística, en todo en general.
I believe in my boxing prowess as a whole, in my capability to be versatile.
Chris, you fought power punchers before, and it's been an entertaining fight. Is that what we should expect on Saturday?
Of course. I mean, you know that song by French Montana, I ain't worried about none?
Right.
I ain't worried about none. You feel me? He 10 knockouts out of 14 fights. That's what, I don't know if that was supposed to scare me or what, but y'all know what I do. So every time I step up a fight against a fighter that got power, they get their ass beat bad. And it ain't gonna be no difference with him. I just don't know if I'm gonna beat him with a spoon or a belt or a broom. I don't know what I'm gonna beat him with, but I know I'm gonna beat his ass.
The one thing,
and it's not being cocky. That's just me believing in myself and my skills. I'm confident. I put in the work in training camp. Thankful to my team. We put in the work. We've been training for damn near 2 months, and I'm in Superman shape. I'm ready. I was ready to take that title, and not by like no close shit. I was ready to steal it, rob him, straight, no gun.
One of the things I do like is that every time you go into the ring, there's a cause.
Yes, sir.
And it goes with the hair. What's the cause this Saturday?
Autism. We're going to dedicate this fight to autism and all the people out there that have autism.
Love it. I love it. I love it, folks. That's what we got here Saturday. It is a triple header of fights here. Chris Colbert facing the unbeaten Hector Garcia. That's the main event. Then you got the former world champion, Victor Postol, taking on the unbeaten Gary Antoine Russell. And then we start the night off with the champion, one of the longest reigning champions in the sport of boxing, Pretty Boy, the IBF super flyweight champion of the world, Jerwin Ancajas, taking on the unbeaten Fernando Martinez. Triple header of fights brought to you by the premier boxing champions, TGB Promotions. Showtime, Saturday, February 26, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific time. Guys, I think we're going to face off here, right? And let's start with clear the stage and start with the first fight of the night. First fight of the night, that means the champ, Fernando. We'll need you guys to stay on stage. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Yeah.
Hold on. First fight of the night. Here we go. First fight of the night. The IBF Super Flyweight Champion, Jerwin Ancajas. The unbeaten Fernando Martinez. 13-0. He's got 8 knockouts. Both men fighting here in the fight capital of the world for the first time. This will be the 10th title defense for Ancajas. Now the co-main, the Iceman. Here's Victor Postol, 31-3. He's got 12 knockouts. Former world champion, taking on the unbeaten Gary Antoine Russell, 14-0, all 14 knockouts. This fight will be explosive. It will be the co-main event on Showtime Championship Boxing on Saturday night.
Okay, guys, hang on the side for a group shot.
Now the main event. Here we go. 2 unbeaten fighters in the main event. Chris Colbert, prime time, 16-0, 6 knockouts. Hector Garcia, 14-0, 10 knockouts. Somebody's O has to go. And it will on Saturday night on Showtime Championship Boxing. The battle of unbeatens. Will it be Garcia or will it be prime time? Here we go. Colbert, Garcia. The main event comes your way Saturday night.
Everybody right here in the front first. Everybody right here. TV camera in the back. TV camera in the back.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you Saturday night here at the Cosmopolitan.
I always felt like everybody had something out for me or that everybody was against me.
The best way to describe Chris Colbert, unbeaten, brash, flashy, whose swag is on 100.
I knew I was that guy from the beginning. You got to be born that guy. I was born that guy.
Prime time on Showtime.
I'm styling and profiling. I'm the most flashiest guy in the world.
If you catch me with one good, you lucky.
They call me the drunken monkey. I fight lefty, righty, hands down, hands up, hands behind my back. Whatever you want, I could do it. There's no training for me. You're going to train one way, then you're going to come in and get something else, so you're going to be surprised.
Prime Time Chicken, make sure I go check it out.
I put in the time, I put in everything to get to where I am. It's prime time on Showtime.
I'm going to beat him and weigh him down, and that's all she wants.